Taking the fat out of this too. Breakfast for my little 3-1s. Making some eggs, making some stew with tacos. Also, I'm making some sweet potato chips. They're not gonna be fried, probably baked. sweet potato fries with some seasoning. My wife likes mashed potatoes. I might make some of that. Today I got so much to do for. So last year I contributed a little bit over $10,000 into my retirement plan, and I don't know if it was a good idea or not, but I've used all our savings money for that. So I've taken a self loan with a 3-year plan for $50 a week. And so I get a paper says that all my money is going to Fidelity. And I have a choice between opting it out, which is if you are subject to the plan automatic enrollment feature, you have the right not to have a default before tax contribution to the plan. There's automatic enrollment, which is the plan's automatically enrollments feature an application to the new participants, meaning it will not apply to you, which is a 5% enrollment. I never heard of safe harbor machine contributions, but if you're eligible salaries or hourly non-union employment, I'm a union employee, so what you're allowed to do is to plan the loan. You may take up to 50% of your invested account balance, and the maximum size of a loan is $50,000. I've never heard of CPD, but it's type of my own competitions includes your eligible compensation. Vesting. To be fully vested in plan contributions contribute together with any investment gain. You're always 100% vested in contributions you make take to the plan and any safe harbor machine contributions made on your behalf in Smurfit West. So I have to be 65 years old to get any money that I've put on, which is last year I put 10,000. This year I'm gonna put less than 2,000 because I've realized that all that money that I'm putting it in, I'm not gonna see it till 30 years, and the 30 years it's not gonna last with the dollars that we're having. So here it says if your vested account balance is more than $1,000 but less than of equal 7,000, you will be given the chance to choose whatever receive cash or rollover account. Another one, plan IRA. But I have a retirement plan, which is weird because now we're losing the 401k, which is whatever. There's like six there's like 60 pages here, and nothing tells you that. Here's the risk. The target date found a design to investors expecting to retire around a year of indicated in each found name. The founds are managed to gradually become more conservative over time as they approach their target date. The investment's risk of each target date found changes over time as the asset allows changes. They are subjugated to volatility. I don't know what's volatility of the financial markets. Okay, so that's a knowledge. Including that equally of fixed income investments of US and abroad and may be subject to risk associated with investigating and high yield, small cap, and foreign securities. Principal investors is not guaranteed at any time, including at the after the target's date. That means if you have money invested on the short-term redemption fee, there are none. The investments options is collective investment trust. It's a management by the State Street Bank and Trust Companies. That description is only intended to provide a brief overview of a fund. The investments options is no mutual fund. The custom benchmark index, composed of CPE 500, Russell Small Cap Competition Index, Blooming Russell Select Commodity, index, blah blah blah. There's like blooming 1 to 10-year government inflation linked bond index. Over time, the allocation of assets classes and fund changes according to predetermined glide path. The glide path represents the shifting of asset classes over time and does not apply to the retirement fund. Each fund asset allowance is to become more conservative to approach the target. On all those papers that I've read, all I understand is that all the money that I invested in, it's just for a trust. Okay, there's three classes, I think. The risk the target date found are designed to investors expecting to retire around the year indicated in each year first name. The funds are managed to gradually become more conservative over time. The investment option is collective investment trust. We already read that. So we can have 5% enrollment and 9% for employees covered by Union USW. But I don't think we have a master CBA. This is very too complicated, especially for a person who never lived in the United States and wondered what the heck is going on in this world. All I heard is that is here is better and over there is shittier. And what do we get? We get a lifetime of commitment. At the end of the day, like you can file for bankruptcy and still be a human because you will have no boundaries of what's happened next because you just file for the thing that you said you can do. I have a job, but I don't have insurance for the job because it will take more money from me while I'm still. It makes no sense because I'm already enrollment and fully commitment for a plan. Let's say I'm enrollment next year, I'll have 9 days of vacation. I can use those 9 days of vacation to spend hourly. That means I can work my shift, and if something forbid happens where my wife calls me and she's like, I need you right now, I leave for a couple hours and I can still have a job manageable for the next day that I have to come in. But if I use that on my vacation and I go somewhere that we want to go, then I won't have that. I got to spend the next 30 days of working nonstop because I've used all that time for my basketball. And it's stupid because I didn't realize how hard it is. How hard it is on your body. I barely feel right now. Like tonight I'm not gonna sleep, of course. Good morning, princess.